Hello guys, welcome back to the new video. Today we are again going to talk about decimals. So previous one was just an introduction. We learned how to convert fractions into decimals. Let's do a quick recap. Yes, we talked about decimal, what is the concept, okay, and how it is a form of a fraction. So basically all fractions can be depicted as decimals. You just have to divide the numerator with the denominator, and what number you get is basically decimal. Then fraction to decimal, we learned what is a tenth place, what is a hundredth place. If you remember, we learned the concept of place values after the decimal, okay, and we saw that how the place values, every time you move from right to left, okay, the place value basically gets reduced by a factor of 10. So if the place value here is 100, you divide next one, the place value will be 10, next one the place value will be 1, then there is decimal, then next one the place value will be 1 by 10, then the place value will be 1 by 100, 1 by 1000, and similarly if you move in this direction it will continue to increase by a multiple of 10. We also learned representation of a decimal on a number line. So pretty cool, same stuff basically, just a different way of writing it. Today we will learn decimal to fraction and vice versa. I think I did speak about it in the previous video. Place values in decimals. Whoa, I already covered it, but we'll do it again quickly. Comparison of decimals, where we will focus. It's so easy, I can't even tell you why am I even covering it. बहुत आसान है. And addition and subtraction of, what am I doing? I mean, all of all of it is so easy that it should not take more than 5-10 minutes. Okay, so decimal to fractions. Last time only I told you, let's take any decimal, 13.62. okay, what was the guru mantra I gave you? You write the number as 13.62, you put divide, you write 1, then you count how many digits after the decimal on the right hand side, 1 2, so we put 2 zeros here, then we remove the decimal, okay, we strike it off. So my number, so you can do it mentally also, that's how my father taught me and that's how I'm teaching you. Some of these methods are old school village methods, which if you learn they will stick with you for years and years together, and your fundamentals will be absolutely strong. So the number which you get is 1362 by 100. Now as we can very clearly see that both numerator and denominator, they are divisible by 2. Why? Because if you remember, we learnt in the rules of divisibility that any number, the last digit of which, if it is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 0, they are all even numbers and they are divisible by 2. So this is an even number, this is an even number, so obviously 2 is going to be a factor. So first of all, let us divide both numerator and denominator by 2. So let's divide, and after division, this is the number we get in numerator and this is the number we get in denominator. Okay, now as you can see, are both these numbers now divisible by any other number? Let's try. Is this number divisible by 3? Yes, it is. Is 50 divisible by 3? No, it is not. And how did we figure that out? We added the 3 digits. 6 plus 8 plus 1. So which is 9 plus 6 is 15 is divisible by 3. Yes. But 55 is not divisible by 3. Therefore, because it's an odd number, so obviously it will not be a multiple of 4, because even numbers have even multiples. Alright. So 4 obviously not, 5 not, because for 5 last digit has to be either 0 or 5. 6 it cannot be because it's an odd number, and 6 is an even number. 7 it can't be because it's not there. So if we do a prime factorization, okay, of 50, so I know that you cannot divide this number any further, but only for you I'm doing this. Okay, so let's do a prime factorization of 681, 3, 2, 2, 7, right? And 2 to 7, I think 2 to 7 is a prime number first of all. Yeah, so yeah, 17, and then 5 no, 19, 37 no, 23 no. Right, so 2 to 7 is a prime number. You can check it yourself, and just to save time, 50 is to 25, so basically 5 5. So as you can see, no common prime numbers here, which means no common prime factors here between these two numbers, which means that this is now in the simplest form. So that is how you represent any decimal as a fraction. Now if I were to start off with this, somebody gave me this decimal, then how would I convert it into a gave me this fraction, and how would I convert it into a decimal? Simple, I would simply divide, because I told you that a fraction is nothing but you basically are dividing the numerator by the denominator. That is what it means. It basically means 681 divided by 50. That's what it means. Okay, so guys, 50 ones are 50, as simple as they get. 18, then you bring in the next digit, it becomes 181. 5 threes are 150, and as you can see, the remainder is now 31. Alright, now if we did not learn the concept of decimals, that's where we would have stopped, but not any longer. We will put a decimal here, and then we can bring in a 0. 50 into 6 is 300. Now 10 is the remainder here, okay, because we are after decimal and there is a remainder which is smaller than the divisor. We will put another 0, and then we can see that 52 is a 100. It is completely divisible. Oh, you will not be able to see this because my picture is here. So let's do it here. 310, and I bring it 300, so 10 is the remainder, and because it is after decimal division, so I bring in a 0 here, and then I see that 50 into 2 is 100 and the remainder is 0. So what do we get? 13.62, right? What did we start off with? 13.62. So using an example, I showed you how to convert a decimal into a fraction, and then consequently how to convert a fraction into decimal. Okay, let's move on. Place values in decimal numbers, or it's a general rule. Let's say the number is 1789.625. What is the place value of this 1? It is 1000. What is the place value of 7? It is 100. What is the place value of 8? It is 10. What is the place value of 9? It is 1. Now what is the place value of 6? It is 0.1 or 1 by 10. What is the place value of 2? It is 0.02 or 2 by 100. What is the place value of 5? It is not 0.02, it is 0.01. Okay, and 1 by 100, my bad. Then you multiply it with the face value to get the, what is the place value of 5 here, because it's 0.001. Simple. Continue to extend it, do not overcomplicate it, it's a simple thing. Comparison of decimal number. How easy. We have already learned about comparison of normal numbers. It is the same, guys. Same method. We compare number by number in the places whichever number is larger is basically a larger number. Didn't understand? Okay, let me. So generally when we compare numbers, what do? Let's say if I have to compare 18 and I have to compare 227. So first of all, I simply say that 227 has 3 digits. 18 is a 2-digit number. So, if the number of digits in a normal number or a whole number or a natural number is more, number with more number of digits is going to be a larger number. Why? Because there is an additional place value which is sitting here. So it's like 2 into 100. So automatically, if it is the same digit, what do we say? Let's say there is a number 187 and there is a number 372. So we start, first of all, we see that which has more number of digits. Now here we see that number of digits is equal. So we start with the left hand side, okay, and we see which number is the largest. Now here we easily see that 3 is greater than 1. Therefore 372 is greater than 187. Now there could have been a case where we were to say that what if this number is also 387. Now 3 and 3 are equal. So we jump, then we go to tens place, and then we see both the numbers. Now here which number is larger? 8 is larger. Okay, therefore 387 is larger than 372. What if I were to say that even this is 8? Yeah, then what would we do? Then we would go to the units place, right? In the units place, whichever number is larger will be the larger number, because these two are same. Here we see that this is large, so 387 is larger than 382. Now what if even this were to be same and even this were to be 387 point? Now let's get into decimals. If it were 254 and it were 252, similarly we keep on going and we see that which number is larger. So 2 is same, 5 is same, but here 4 is larger. Therefore this number, 387.254 is larger than 387.252. If it were to be 0.02, if this 2 were not be 2, okay, if this 2 would not be 2 but would be 0, if the number would be 387.054 and 387.252, so यहाँ तक तो we are seeing that both the numbers are equal, but here we see that this is 0 and this is 2, so this number then is greater. It doesn't matter what the number after is. It could be 9 and it could be 0, but it doesn't matter, because here whatever is the first decimal place which is larger, that becomes the larger number. Okay, so that's how you have to compare decimal numbers. Fairly basic actually, I just over explained. Subtraction and addition of decimal numbers. Wow. Very fundamental and basic. In class 6th, I don't know why they are still talking about addition and subtraction of decimals. But anyway, let's take a number 34.94 and let's take another number to 238.027. Let's add. Now after decimal, so for example in any number, after decimal, whatever is the last digit, okay, you can put any number of zeros after this, it doesn't matter, it's the same. And similarly before the number, before decimal, whatever is the last digit, you put any number of 0 here, it doesn't matter, right? So you can write 34 as 034, 0034, 00034, 100 zeros 34, it still is the same. And similarly you could write 34.2, 34.20, 34.200, 34.2, infinite number of million zeros, it is still the same. Okay, no difference whatsoever. So just to make your addition a bit easy, I will put a 0 here and I will put a 0 here. I don't need it, but only for your understanding it is needed. What we will do is that we will arrange the decimals right above each other, and then we will arrange the number, and then we will start adding from the rightmost side, like from this side. Okay, so we add 7 and 0 is what? 7. There is no carry. 4 and 2 is what? 6. There is no carry, so no problem. If there is no carry, there is no issue. 9 and 0 is what? 9. No carry, no issue. Then decimal, you put decimal. 8 and 4 is what? 12. What is the carry? 1. You put here 3, 3, 6, 1, 7. And then 2 and 0, 272. That's the. Now let's make it a little bit, what if there is a carry and that stuff. Okay. Because then I just want to tell you at least some concept. Okay. uh, like it. Let's make it 7 and let's make it 3. Okay, and let me make a nice decimal. Now let's add it. Let me reduce the thickness a bit. So 0 and 7 is what? 7. Carry? No carry. Good. It is simple. 7 and 4 is what? 11. Now there is carry. But we will be okay, right? 7 plus 4 is 11. We write 1 and then we carry over 1. 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 with 3 write so we write 3 here and then 1 we take as a carry here. Okay, now just see for yourself. Okay, just see for yourself. It basically is what you are adding 0.94 and 0.377, right? So basically you are doing this. 0 plus 7 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, 1, 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 9 plus 1 is 10, which basically decimal के इधर अगर आपको 9 plus 1 if you add and you're getting a 10, which basically means you're getting, you know, at a tens place you're getting 10. So this is the tens place, right? 1 by tens place. So at 1 by tens place you're getting 10, so the value will be 10 into 1 by 10, right? Which is 1. So basically your fractions added together are becoming larger than 1, which is why you take the carry on the other side here. So 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 1 13, right? 13, and then you take 1 here, but there is nothing here, it is like 0 0. So you just bring 1 down, so that's your 13, and then you put the decimal here. So because it was 0.94 and then 0.377, these two parts of decimals or these two fractions of the sum of them were more than 1, which is why it became 1.317. Okay, so same thing we are doing here. This one basically here it is 0 0, so we brought it like that. Here there is a number already, 8 plus 4 12 plus 1 13, then carry 1 which is 3 3 6 and 1 7, and then 273. Once again I think I over explained, but it is okay. Now you can also get a number, let's say 89.002 minus 2.9678, something like that. So initially when you look at this number you will feel a little bit jaded. You might feel, yaar, so many numbers, I don't know what to do now, I might get it wrong. Don't worry, you will never get it wrong. Let me just arrange it first. So the number is 89.002, that's the larger number, right? And then what did I say? That for all decimal numbers, what we have to do is that we have to arrange this decimal and this decimal right over each other. So let me bring this decimal from here and put it here. Which is the number which will come here? 2. And then 9, 6, 7, 8. Now with your permission, now that I have transferred the number properly, I will remove this. Okay, and I have to subtract. Okay, I can put a 0 here, we discussed it. Now I have to divide. Obviously I will start dividing from here. So 10, this is 0 minus 8. Can I divide 8 from, can I subtract 8 from 0? The answer is no. So I will take 1 carry from here and I will make it 10, right? So when I take 1 carry from here, this number becomes what? This becomes 1 and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 8 is 2. Now it is 1. Okay, and I have to do 1 minus 7. Can I do 1 minus 7? No, I can't. So I take 1 carry from here, but it is 0. 0 cannot give any carry. So I will jump over to the next neighbor and say, neighbor, can you give me 1 carry? This again is 0. So then I will jump over to the decimal here and I will say, neighbor, can you give me 1 carry? This guy is 9. So he will say, yeah, take So this 9 carry will come here, then it will come here, then it will come here. This was already 1, okay, and then I get 1 from here, it becomes 11. 11 minus 4 is what? 11 minus 7 is what? It is 4, right? It is 4. But see, something happened. When I got 1 carry, I did not bring this 1 carry directly to 2. First I gave this to this, so it became 10. Then I got this to this, then this became 10, right? And then I gave it to 2, or 1 rather, because this 2 had already given 1 here, okay? So this was 10 and then it gave 1, so here it is 9, right? So 9 minus 6 is 3. Here same also, 9 minus 9 is 0. This is 8 minus 2 is 6. That's how we divide the. And a good way to check it if you have subtracted it all right or not is so simple. You subtract it and then just this is the number that you subtracted and this is what you got. Just as a quick check, just add these two, you should get the number on top. Simple. So add it. 8 plus 2, 10, 0. 7 plus 4, 11. Plus 1, 2. 6, 3, 9. Plus 1, 10, 0, 1. 9 plus 1 is once again 10, 0, and then 1 here. 6. 2 plus 1, 3, and then 6, 9, and then 89. 89.002, 89.002, which means we subtracted correctly. So that's your trick to know if you have subtracted correctly or not. I'm not going to do any questions, guys. This is so simple. So please enjoy. Hope you enjoyed decimals. There is nothing scary about decimals. It is just fractions. You divide the fractions and you get decimals. So write to me if you have any confusion. Bye. See you in the next video.